Hello everyone. Today we're going to be speaking about the Gripen. This is a top tier aircraft recently introduced in the update in December 2023. I don't really pay attention to all the numbers. Or what do we have here? Version 2.33. There you go. Yeah, currently at the time of posting this video, this is a new vehicle, as you can see here. It's an aircraft of Swedish origin, of course, from Sweden. But the South Africans also used it. Yeah, so because South Africa is in the British tree, there's also one here. So yeah, this is the particular variant we're speaking about. The only difference between them is that this one has 12 more flares. So yeah, they are near enough identical. And yeah, I'd like to just maybe talk about this aircraft a little bit and the weaponry it's got, and then go into some games. So as you can see here, when you first unlock this aircraft, you've got AIM-9Ls, so you'll start with two AIM-9Ls on the ends of the wings, okay? And then you have to, of course, research the Ms. No big differences between the Ls and the Ms, like in terms of how they fly and perform and their range, but you'll notice the Ms will perform, they won't be so easily distracted by flares when you fire from behind. So they, obviously everyone's using flares at top tier, so it does make it a much better missile. You don't really have to prey on people and hope you catch them off guard and stuff like that. So that's really what you want to be using. And I think what really makes this aircraft OP at the moment are these things here. They have these like flare pods behind the missiles. Right here, I can look at modules. Oh, it doesn't show it. Okay, well, they're located here, I believe. And there might be some more somewhere else. I'm not too sure. But in the end, you have 640 plus 92 flares. That gives you 732 in total. So that, I mean, that's an immense amount. I don't know any aircraft with more flares. So you'll see in the gameplay I'm about to show you the way that I use this aircraft and make use of all these flares. It's quite amusing. So as you can see here, I've been researching. I've been researching some of the modifications for the last couple of days. I got this aircraft pretty quickly, grinding it with the FGR2, and this was a real struggle. This just goes to show that, well, if you really want to get new aircraft when they come out, you need to be very quick before everyone gets them. I was a bit late myself, and I often had to fight, you know, MiG-29s, other Gripens in the FGR2, and it just didn't go well. Yeah, happy to have it now and to be able to share it with you guys. Another thing, you get a drop tank. So typically that holds about 15 minutes of fuel, and you can hold up to 32 minutes in the main tanks, bringing you up to 47 minutes total. I'd say in sim, you might want to use a drop tank with a full tank. If not, I would just go with a full tank. 32 minutes is quite a nice amount in top tier. And this thing really, like, it accelerates so quickly, it holds its speed so well. It hardly makes a difference. You will notice it if you have a drop tank and a full tank, but without the drop tank and just having the full tank alone, the aircraft is very, very agile and maneuverable. Yeah, good performance and all that, so I wouldn't worry too much. So yeah, let's go into some battles here. So just going over again what I'm using. These will be the 6 AIM-9Ms with the additional flares. Okay. Sky flashes, yeah, you don't really want to be using them. They're a bit like, just AIM-9Ms are more useful. They're not bad missiles, but if you have these at your disposal, just use them. Yeah, no drop tank, 32 minutes of fuel. Honestly, like, we might finish the game with a bit more fuel left over, but it's worth it in case it drags out. So you'll notice with this plane, you've got pulse Doppler, track while scanning. So this will, as you can see, let me take off and I'll demonstrate it. Might actually only work with enemy aircraft. I thought it used to. I'm pretty sure something's meant to come up on the screen, but as you can see on the radar, yeah, it's like tracking all these other aircraft without actually having to lock them. So that might be quite useful in some scenarios. This is standard radar. This is for head-on, so yeah, in a situation like this, flying towards the enemy, like head-to-head, you might want to keep this on. I'd say only in sim. In realistic, obviously they spot them for you. The game spots the aircraft for you if you look in the direction. So I would actually use the helmet-mounted display. And here you can switch between pulse Doppler and non-pulse Doppler helmet-mounted display. And then you also have this one. Where is it? I don't know what this one stands for again, but you just point it in the direction of the plane you want to lock, and it locks it. And you can also switch between pulse Doppler and standard here. But yeah, going back to the helmet-mounted display. So with this plane, yeah, there's a tactic that you might have seen already, which has become quite popular with this aircraft already. It's to go very low, where missiles struggle to hit you, and turn on periodic flares. I've got mine set to 1 flare every second. That does the job perfectly fine. You could leave it on, the whole game. I mean, you do the maths, you get 732 seconds of flares. And that's insane. You just fire on the whole game with flares on, and no one can touch you. What you have to look out for, of course, radar missiles, and also IR missiles that they can see through the flares. So if you don't fly high enough, they will get you. So it's also more of a countermeasure. It's like you're constantly pre-flaring with this on, so people struggle to even get a lock on you, and they'll get a lock, but maybe locking a flare, and they've done it wrong. So I've turned on periodic flares now. And you'll find with this thing, you can almost just like bait for your team, and they'll sort them out. I've had times where I fly around in a circle with like 11 behind me, and they can't do anything, and that's close. I want to get this 16. This is my next guy. In head-ons, you'll find that AIM-9M is not very flare resistant. You have to really get a lock from behind to be able to reap the benefits of it. This thing holds its energy very well. Not dropping below Mach at all. That was quite a boring game. I probably might cut this out, there's not much that's going on. This is an ideal map now to be using the Gripen on. You'll find that on this map, once it loads I'll show you with the mouse. You'll find on this map that everyone on our team will fly off here, and the enemy team will come down here somewhere. And in the Gripen you just fly straight. Yeah, you just fly straight. Let me get rid of this fuel tank because we won't need it, and stick another 2 minutes in. Yeah, just fly straight, turn the flares on, and you're fine. It looks like we've got a down tier as well, so this is probably going to be a bit messy. Yeah, so we're getting locked. So I'll take it off to the right and then turn towards the left to bring them all to my team. turn flares on now. Pardon me. We should all appear very soon. So maybe that was a bit too early for flares, but we have 732, so it doesn't really matter. Kill, yeah. So as you can see, it's a down tier. A bit nasty. This guy should be dead as well. Yeah, can't do anything against them, against the missiles with your flares. And we'll just keep an eye out. We're low enough, but I do want to just keep an eye out. This guy should be our next victim. Ooh, that missile did come close. Maybe we'll get out of here. Yeah, got that Phantom. I mean, it's bullying. AIM-9Ms against Phantoms, man. They can't do anything. And here comes my team to help me all, so I've baited all of them. One's dispersed. This MiG-29 is still determined because he knows I'm damaged. Hopefully someone deals with him. I'm not that maneuverable right now. So, oh. Yeah, when you get the slightest bit of wing damage, the plane becomes very tricky to control. But he just died because he got tunnel vision on me and someone got him. So, Golan Heights. Also a really, really good map for the vegan. The Gripen, apologies. So it looks like another down tier. We got poor FGR, an ML, poor Mirage F1, yeah, some more Mirage F1, yeah. Might be a similar game. Yeah, 913 swing rips. Okay, so the team are a bit more spread out this game. That's quite nice. So typically I wait until I reach the middle of the map. And I just turn on periodic flares, and yeah, you don't really have to think about them afterwards. Might stick them on now. Just don't want to fiddle with it later. Ooh, I went 917 there. I don't know how I didn't rip. I ripped last time at 913. Got that F4. Honestly, like with the AIM-9M, if you shoot at any F4 from like any distance, they can't do anything. Well, not any distance, but you know, within reasonable range. They're not flaring it, they're not doing anything. They're not really that maneuverable, so it's hard to fly like this, really low under the trees and all that. They're finished. And this is again, like, they're not catching up with me. They don't have the same energy retention, acceleration, maybe not even top speed. They certainly can't pull a tighter turn than me if I were to slow down. And they're just going to waste all their missiles. Because even if they slow down to pull a tight turn, they then can't keep up. And I'm still doing Mach 1.8 in a turn. And there comes my team to save me, or not save me, or kind of save me, but I have set it up for them a little bit. And now it's just the F-14. He looks like he's in a bad state. He's probably going to fire one more missile, is he? He's still focused on me. Okay, no, yeah. So, you know, obviously I'm playing here with random players, but it just goes to show if you've got some squad mates you want to play with, or maybe even help, this is a great option, because then yeah, they can clean up for you to get the points. I believe it's just 3 more planes, so 1 random AFK guy and these 2. And just looking at the flares now, 420 left, which I believe is more than half, and the game is nearly over, so you really don't have to worry about running out. They're not going to run out. Have that. Now the Mets. Oh, and again, you really need to expert this crew. So new compressor. So I'll be spading this thing very quickly as well. Yeah, it's been a fun grind so far. It's just OP. Can't really put it any other way. So that in terms of flight performance, that should be maxed out. Yeah. Yeah, just absolutely insane, this thing. I also wanted to look at my win rate one more time in this thing. Yeah, 78%. Even if my KD were poor, I'm quite sure that this would still be near enough the same. Just the way you play it, employing this tactic just destroys the enemy team. They, for some reason, yeah, they all want to get latched onto. They all seem to be more than happy to chase you around, flying in circles whilst you flare all their missiles, and it just makes them really easy targets. Yeah, 78%. I think that's crazy. You'd have to maybe look at like win rates of the F-15 and all those other top tier ones to see how they compare. I'm sure it would be high as well. But yeah, I think that what makes a difference with this plane are all the flares. You just get so many. This map also really suits our playstyle because of all the skyscrapers. So the entry in this map is fly straight into the making, what I can do, and then you can fucking move around the skyscrapers and all the buildings. That really helps. It's just really fun to play. Like, you'll find the gameplay is just really fast paced. You're always at high speed. It's always about getting that missile off in the right second, head-on missiles, that sort of stuff. All really point and click, but you know, in a more skillful way, I find. If you hear bells ringing, that's not your door or anything. That's my dog. She's got a like an elf outfit on. Oh, flip! A bit too fast there. I don't know how I'll keep getting away with it because it's not meant to go that fast. Let's put the flares on. Just head straight in here and see what we can do. Okay, F-15. think he wants to come and get me. Give that a go. Please hit. Okay, critical hit. Yeah, we got him. So yeah, it's just those quick, you know, point and click actions that make all the difference. It helps to be someone with a slightly higher reaction time. Give it there. You should go down. Come on, give it. Oh, I've messed up here. I've messed up by flying high. Okay, I thought he was going for me with the missile. He might be. I think he is. I need to get low. And not crash. And not rip my wings. Okay, we'll take it low over the water. Insane, this thing. Insane. Cool. Try and reverse him. Look at how this bleeds its speed so well. With air brakes, of course. And it will accelerate, and look at the way it turns with that as well. The gun, gun is so easy to use. So good. Yeah, see it. It's nuts. One guy left. Still got more than half the flares remaining. So I could leave them on, honestly. Honestly, I don't think War Thunder was ready for the Gripen. I have to be so honest. So good. Yeah. Holds its speed very well, and just like you saw then, you know, when you have to slow down, it can really do that if you put the air brakes on, and then it becomes insanely maneuverable. So it's really got everything you want in a plane, I'd say. Yeah, of course, it demands its own playing style. You know, you can't go high altitudes. You can't rely on your radar to guide your radar guided missiles. You know, it's not that sort of plane. It only gets sky flashes. This really is a more close range, hand-to-hand sort of dogfighter. Yeah, you want to keep it low so you avoid missiles. And these AIM-9Ms, honestly, they've got no problems. If you can, in the head-on, you do have to like pay attention to the way you aim it in the head-on, and they can flare it quite easily. But yeah, from behind, you should. So that's more than enough, I find. The Gripen isn't very good against AIM-9Ms. Because they're so flare resistant. This whole tactic I'm employing. Doesn't always work. They are able to hit you sometimes, and you do feel like a bit of an idiot when they do. So I'll try and avoid that. That's on. The missile yet? No. Didn't do anything. Hello, can you lock this guy, please? Never mind. These guys. Oh, that was close. Easy dodge that. Head on, it's quite easy. Hopefully this. Yeah. So from behind, very flare resistant to aim. Okay, I've been locked. F15. Just wondering where they were. See how this fares. Ah, I wasted that missile. I thought it hit the building or something like that. Never mind. Let's get a bit closer. That was a bad missile. And there you go. I'd say that's all. That's all there really is to the Gripen. Just these aim-9Ms. Fly around really fast. Put your countermeasures on. Stay low. The whole time I've been researching the Shackleton when I should be researching the Tornado. Can't believe I've done that. I've wasted so much points. Anyway. Yeah. Hate to say it, but it's almost like I'm bored of this thing now.